Welcome to Masterful Visions. I'm your host, Zebediah Barrett. We're back at it once again with another classic Wes Anderson film, Grand Budapest Hotel. The story of the film, as described on IMDb, a recount of the adventures of M. Gustav, who was a legendary concierge at a famous European hotel between the wars, and Zero Mustafa, the lobby boy who becomes his most trusted friend. The story involves the theft and recovery of a priceless Renaissance painting and the battle for an enormous family fortune, all against the backdrop of a suddenly and dramatically changing continent. I wanted to start this one off by discussing Anderson's use of lights and shadows. The Grand Budapest Hotel is a film that showcases Wes Anderson's mastery of not only color, but also light and shadows. Throughout the film, he uses these visual elements to enhance the mood and tone of each scene. One of the most striking examples when it comes to the use of light and shadows can be seen in the scene where Gustav H. and Zero are escaping from prison. The scene takes place at night, and Anderson uses the darkness to his advantage. He uses it to create this sense of tension and danger. There are only a few sources of light in this scene, such as a lantern, a headlamp, and a flashlight that the prisoners are using to escape. This creates a stark contrast between the dark shadows and the bright, focused light, which helps to heighten the sense of urgency in the scene. Another example of Anderson's use of light and shadows can be seen in the scene where Gustav and Zero meet up with Madame D's lawyer, Kovacs, played by Jeff Goldblum. This scene takes place in a dimly lit office, and Anderson uses the shadows to create a sense of mystery and intrigue. In this scene, the characters are only partially illuminated, which adds to the feeling that there's something hidden or unknown. Lastly, Anderson uses light and shadows to create a sense of nostalgia and melancholy in this film. In the scenes that take place in the Grand Budapest Hotel itself, Anderson often uses warm golden light to create a sense of comfort and coziness. But as the film progresses and the world becomes more dangerous and uncertain, that lighting becomes colder, harsher, creating a sense of unease. Diving into this movie, the Grand Budapest Hotel is another R-rated film and is definitely not meant for audiences of all ages. The film includes language, sexual content, and violence. If any of those offend you, this is not the film for you. However, it is another breathtaking work of art by Anderson. The Grand Budapest Hotel is actually unique when it comes to Anderson's works. It has in fact been nominated for a total of 227 different times at different award ceremonies and has a total of 136 wins associated with it. At the 87th Academy Awards, the Grand Budapest Hotel received 9 nominations. These included Best Picture, Best Director for Wes Anderson, Best Original Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Production Design, Best Costume Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Film Editing, and Best Original Film Score. Out of those, it ended up winning 4 of the Oscars, including Best Production Design, Best Costume Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Best Original Score. In addition to these major awards, though, the film also won the Grand Jury Prize at the 64th Berlin International Film Festival and won the Best Director Award at the 2014 Independent Spirit Awards. I briefly mentioned that one of the Oscars won for this film was Best Original Score. I know that I kind of discussed music for the Royal Tenenbaums, but we're going to go over it again for Grand Budapest Hotel. We already know that this is a film that's renowned for its intricate and whimsical style, as are most Anderson films, but we also know that one of the key elements that contributes to this distinctive movie is its soundtrack. After all, if it didn't, it wouldn't have won the award. One of the most notable features of the music score is its use of recurring themes and motifs. The main theme, which has a prominent melody, is heard throughout the film, tying together the various storylines and characters. The theme is both playful and wistful, perfectly capturing the film's balance between humor and melancholy. The music score also incorporates a range of different instruments and styles, each adding a unique flavor to the overall sound. For example, the use of a traditional Russian instrument whose name I can't pronounce adds an Eastern European flavor to the music, reflecting the film's setting in the fictional Republic of Zubroka. Another notable feature of the music score is its use of silence and quiet moments. In certain scenes, such as the emotional finale, the music just drops out entirely, leaving the sounds of the environment only. What this does is it creates a powerful sense of intimacy and vulnerability, allowing us, the audience, to fully connect with the characters and the emotional weight of the story. Overall, the music score for the Grand Budapest Hotel is an essential component of the film's distinctive style and atmosphere. Now that we've talked lighting and music, let's discuss the film's themes. The Grand Budapest Hotel is a film that's rich in themes and explores a range of complex ideas. At its heart, the film is a meditation on the nature of storytelling and memory, and how the stories we tell ourselves and others shape our understanding of the world. Theologically speaking, this is incredible to me. Think about it. If you're raised in a Christian home, you believe the history of the Bible. But if you were raised in an agnostic home, you were raised to believe that nothing can be known in relation to the existence of a God, and so you don't claim belief or unbelief. The way you were raised and the stories you grew up on tend to shape what you believe and how you live your life. The stories we tell ourselves and others truly do shape our understanding of the world. One of the key themes of the film is nostalgia. The story's set in the 1930s, a time that's often romanticized as a simpler and more innocent era before World War II. The film explores this nostalgia in a playful and whimsical way, but also shows how nostalgia can be dangerous when it blinds us to the complexities of the world around us. Another theme depicted within this work of art by Anderson is the relationship between art and society. Now, of course, the Grand Budapest Hotel is a work of art in and of itself, but if you pay close enough attention, many of the characters in the film are artists or creative types themselves. With this fact, the film explores how art can be both a reflection of society and a force of change, as well as how artists can be both celebrated and marginalized by society. Directors, although artists, are more and more important as the world of Hollywood tries to force us to be conformed. An example that comes to mind for me is Edgar Wright, one of my favorite directors. From what I've been told, he was supposed to direct Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And from what I understand, Disney didn't agree with Wright's creative decisions and Wright left the job. He didn't want his creativity to be lessened just because they had an image they wanted to uphold. Finally, The Grand Budapest Hotel is a film that explores the idea of legacy and how we are remembered after we're gone. The story is framed as a flashback with an elderly Zero telling the story of his time at the hotel to a writer. The film asks the question of what kind of legacy we want to leave behind and how we want to be remembered by those who come after us. Overall, The Grand Budapest Hotel is a film that is super rich in theme, has a great soundtrack, and a creative use of lighting techniques that'll just blow your mind. It's a true testament to Wes Anderson's skill as a storyteller. I hope you all enjoyed learning more about the one and only Wes Anderson today and the unique and memorable directing style that is his. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will yet again be discussing another one of Anderson's works. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon on Masterful Visions.